And I welcome you to the final of the winners bracket here at the Trust League of Legends tournament on the Reality Party. The Reality LAN 16 here in Assen. We are from Gamershub. My name is Gevous, that is Kronos, and we're here to present you the two teams from the winners bracket, which is LowlandLions Ice versus 1nspire.
I was going to say, I mean, it is a party here. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is a party.
There's a good atmosphere going on. But yeah, we're here for the winner bracket final. So the winner of this one will go to the actual final and will secure at least a second place victory. So getting some nice prize money there. Still not quite sure how much it is, but I think it's at least 600 for second place. So
yeah, and
let's keep it at that.
Otherwise we can play our CEO. Then it's wrong information. So then you should just like complain to him. That's how we do it here at the moment.
So we're already into the picks and bans of this best of three. So once again, have some nice matches on the way. And as you can see, LowLandLions deciding to ban out Lee Sin and Fiora, and 1nspire taking out Rek'Sai and Elise.
So target bans towards Kirai from 1nspire, and here the target bans towards Morsu from LLL. We did see 3 Jax games, if I'm not mistaken, from Morsu last match. He did well on it. Well, first game was sometimes a little questionable, maybe a little bit too cocky in his engages, but indeed he did have quite an influence on that pick, so they rather banned that out. Blitzcrank actually banned last. Maybe some respect there to Jesu Canis.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I mean, he has a quite broad champion pool. Banning the Blitzcrank, I don't know. I think there would have been some better things on the table, like the Darius, which has been picked up right now. But also another thing is that they have left Aurelia open for Morsu this time on. Aurelia isn't played that much anymore, I think, but still, I mean, Morsu has so much experience on the champion, so I wouldn't be surprised if he would pick it up anyway.
And still works, and maybe if Deathrip also plays it in the mid lane, can always have it as a flex pick there, but instead they do go for the Azir, which is left open.
Yeah.
I've not seen an Azir game yet.
We haven't. A lot of times it has been banned, which seems logical, because it has been a strong pick for a couple months now, or maybe even half a year or something.
Despite all the nerfs that are coming in on the patches.
A lot of changes, bug fixes, nerfs, you name it. Azir has it all, and now we are going to see a play into the team of LowlandLions Ice. So I'm going to wonder what they're going to pick up here as a counter to that.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like disengaged composition so far with the Azir and the Gragas. Yeah. Some disengaged there, but also team fight chaos. You can just like throw out the ultimates in order, maybe even make an insect play on the Azir's Shuma Shuffle, it's called, I believe. And otherwise you also have Gragas that can also just knock people back in. But Sliver, pretty big Jinx player, so we might see the combination coming out there with the Morgana Jinx.
Right, not bad. So Suika's going for something different this time. I've seen him on Blitzcrank and Thresh, so no hooks this time, but still a good range skill shot CC ability for him. And of course, the extra shield allowing Jinx to move a bit more freely, maybe denying the Azir or Gragas engage. So generally a solid pickup, I think, but Jinx not played that often by most players, but still a solid pick overall in my opinion.
Yeah, I would kind of say it's like the Kog'Maw of Europe, really, since in the Asian regions, Kog'Maw is really popular on the AD carry, like really strong hyper carry, but here we still tend to go towards the Jinx rather than the Kog'Maw, so still a solid hyper carry in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm actually I've always been like a big Kog'Maw fan, so I'm still kind of waiting for that to come out, but of course, Vayne also pretty big. I've actually not seen a Vayne game. It's all been Tristan or Severe.
I was expecting so many Vayne games actually, because the popularity of it has gone up quite a bit. Maybe it's more solo queue oriented. I'm not quite sure, but it's strong either way. And with the Janna as a backup, should allow for enough peel, plus the shield, of course, giving him more damage to boost those true damage bolts. And finally, we have a Rengar and Orianna pick up right here.
So this is actually a classic Kira champion.
Yeah.
The Rengar, like
Yeah.
he used to play a lot of Rengar, was also pretty dominant on it.
Yeah. Surprisingly dominant as well.
Yes, and they do pull it out hits, so it's a full pick composition with a little bit of skirmishing too, with the Darius, with the Rengar, and you also have the, well, I would say quote-unquote classic combo where you have the ball delivery system on the Rengar.
I do what you were going to say.
It's also pretty much secured since you do have the Morgana spell shield, but we do see like a full disengage composition from Inspire with the Aurelia top lane. Indeed, like you said, Aurelia left open this time.
Yeah.
Morsu really, really solid on that champion too, has a lot of experience on it, and we will probably see it again where he does go for this type of split push and just lets his team do their own thing.
Classic Morsu. But I think, I mean, it's a bit funny, like Morsu is now playing against his ex-teammates, so they know each other through and through. I mean, they know their tendencies, the mistakes they usually or frequently make, and maybe they can abuse it. So we're going to see if Kirai, he has the most opportunity to abuse it, I think, because of course he's a jungler, so he knows kind of what Morsu likes to do. Perhaps he can set up his team to get a counter gank or get him out of position. Perhaps get Lenny rolling on the top lane this time.
And I also see a double teleport on the side of LowLandLions, so that is also maybe partially counter to Morsu for their split push. And also this is a new trending thing where control mages do take that teleport just to have more influence, just to have like more reliable way to farm during the laning phase, skill up, and just have a lot of influence around the map.
Yeah. On the teleport in the mid lane, because we saw it being picked up when TF was really popular.
Yep.
And my question to you is, where is TF? Because I know he fell off a bit, but I would have still expected to see him here at this event. So, a bit disappointed for no teleport plays this time, but oh well.
I've also only seen a couple times of Ahri, since Dutch players tend to play, or like Benelux players rather, tend to play a lot of Ahri mid lane, so I've only seen it once or twice this far. Like, Koskyu had a great game on it. So yeah, for those that are watching, our snack bar is Kirai. Like, maybe confused, like, how Kirai is not on the team. That is Kirai, and we have Koskyu, Court Heights, Fatima on the team right now. They had like a slight name change, just for funs and giggles. But since we have to wait out the little bit of remaining delay, we're going into a little bit of a break. This will be the first game of the best of 3 on the Winners Bracket Finals for the official finals tomorrow. So grab your snacks and drinks. We will be right back with the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game 1 of this best of 3 on the winners bracket final for the official final tomorrow of the Trust League of Legends tournament here on the Reality 16 LAN. My name is Gevous, this is Kronos, we're representing Gamershub and we are here to present you this game.
Yeah, gonna be a fun level 1 here, because already Inspire is gonna go pretty aggressive here, getting one war down at least. They did it last game as well. They went for the full-on invade here.
Koski was spotting them out, and we do have a little bit of a pause. Apparently, there is like, can watch it on your stream.
Luckily,
so, yeah, luckily. Like I do, like it's always nice to just disable the chat just for viewer experience because too much distraction. You just want to be able to focus on the game rather. Even though the banter can be quite good sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of smack towels do come across. But let's talk more about this composition because there seems to be something trending going on with like. You either have like a pick composition into like some style of hard engage, or you have like a full disengage composition.
Yeah. All right. So we have DC here. Okay. So sorry, I got a bit distracted. But this time they have, once again, pick versus disengage, and I'm gonna be a bit worried for Kirai because there is so much disengage against him. I mean, if he tries to go for the Vayne and Janna is in position. She will be able to boost him away rather quickly, but then again, Gragas as well coming in. Death Grip is gonna be pretty sneaky as well with his Shurima wall, so they'll have a lot of abilities to be able to get them off the carries. And as you can see, going for the same deep boards this time, no level 1 fight, but in response, LowLandLions is going to put down some boards of their own, getting into position. And I think they are going to look for the 1v1.
I just want to point out this ward at the base gate because normally you do get these wards down right in the enemy jungle where just spot if the lane swap comes out. But what happened a lot that people would be this is just like nice in like a nice in-depth look into like the warding against the 2v1. Normally you would like put a ward here in this crossway. But the thing is, like, if they run out in time and you wait long enough, then you can go through the base gate. They will run out, and you will actually still have the lane swap without being seen. But instead, placing the ward at the base gate will give you that information earlier, first of all, to see if there is an actual lane swap. But it will also prevent the sneaky lane swap anyway.
However, they are going to go
into a pause.
Into a pause.
However, they are going to go into a pause. So, yeah, it is just weird to see these compositions going into like full disengage or either like full on pick. But I don't know. It's like yes, there's a lot of disengage, but there is still a Rengar on the board. You can have the sneaky ball delivery system without being seen. So. That is something to pinpoint in this game, like how will the pink wards be placed around the map? Will there be enough pink wards? Are the oracles picked up early on just to prevent the whole dive onto the Vayne? Because basically they can just put in the Rengar with the ultimate, dive on the Vayne, have the ball delivery system there, have the shockwave, and you'll pretty much one-shot the Vayne instantly. And you can still go tank Rengar if you want, because the damage combines.
He just needs to get the ball there and make sure that Rihanna gets her ulti and the rest of her combo off. But yeah, what I was trying to say right there is that, as you can see, actually Jinx and Morgana are in position to Grom perhaps here, because they have vision on the wolf, so they know there's nobody there, nobody's starting that camp. They want to see if they are doing a Grom start, and if they are not going to do it, they might actually take it for themselves. Although, on the other hand, they don't have actual vision into the lane. So it would be quite risky. But it does seem like a lane swap in the end, though.
It does look like it indeed. So apparently it is initiated by Inspire, like which I can understand because Jinx Morgana can be quite a bully lane. Against the Vayne Janna, you don't have that much presence. You will still be able to trade, but just that long range that Jinx can have over the Vayne can be quite annoying, and you just kind of want to secure that late game for the Vayne, so you do have that big green condition in the Vayne, because basically you just have to disengage, let Morse split push, and just let Chills be able to kite around and just do his thing as Vayne. Just do Vayne things, like ghostly things.
I'd like to see that, but well, I have to see it. But yeah, I mean, alongside that, it's if Morgana, for example, would land a bind onto the Vayne, Jinx can easily follow it up with traps, and even though Janna has some sort of disengage, pre-6, she can only use the whirlwind once, and it will just slow them down from getting into range of the Vayne and getting the auto attacks down to finish her off. So it would be quite a rough lane for them, I think.
Yeah, no, and I'm really wondering how Morsu will this time do in the split push, because Lenny, of course, a very experienced top laner, has played for Copenhagen Wolves in the LCS, is supposed to at least know what to do in these situations, experience, and I wonder how Morsu will actually match Lenny in that case, because Morsu, known top laner, obviously, like he's a really solid top laner mechanically, also knows his lane very, very well, but how does Lenny do, or how does Morsu do in this matchup? Because both are really experienced, but actually really curious who has the upper hand. So unfortunately, cannot see.
Yeah, we won't see it here,
I guess, but maybe we'll see it later.
Yeah, but I mean, also Morsu is known for overextending a whole lot and going very aggressive. And I think before he had opponents who were a bit more, a bit less experienced, and now up against Lenny, who has, of course, like you said, experience in the LCS, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to match up here. Maybe in the game 2 that we get a chance to see them actually in a 1v1, but right now, of course, we get the lane swap, so I have to just wait and see how they match up once they get out of the laning phase. But unfortunately, we are still waiting because it's just Sweet Cheese or just Sweet Kaz is still having issues with his internet, I do believe.
Yeah, looks like in the chat he's restarting his computer, so we'll have to be a little bit patient for this pause. If it may go on for too long, we can always see if we can go into a little bit of a break. But it's always nice to talk about this composition, because now it's also double teleport coming out.
Yeah.
From LowLandLions, probably to counter the split push from Morsu, but it's also a trending thing around control mages in general, where teleport is mostly favored these days. Like you see it a lot on Lulu, you see it a lot on Orianna, you even see it on Xerath sometimes, if he is picked up at all. Like, it's been ages since I've seen that actually, but
yeah.
For example, Solo sometimes you see it with teleport too. Lux, just these mages that have quite some wave clear, and or have a lot of CC in their kit, or just bring general utility.
Yeah, it's a bit changing around, but I mean, yeah, this mid lane Orianna, like I said, it has seen a little bit less play than, for example, the Lulu. But always she brings so much damage and CC and utility to the team, and I just like the combination with the Rengar. They could have gone for a combination with the Twitch. I have seen, like, I think it's called like a scuba Twitch with a Shen on top of it. Yes, submarine shit.
Submarine Twitch.
Yeah, yeah. They just put Orianna Ball on top of it, put the Shen on top of it, and just dive in and just get in there, get the Orianna ult.
Yeah, the sneaky rat coming from behind,
yeah,
and just messes up your whole team as an AD carry.
Because that one's even worse. Because at least with Rengar, once he gets close enough, you see an indicator.
Mark,
At Twitch, you just can't see it all, so he can just...
He's just invisible. It's just there. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Out of the sewers, just right in front of your face. So you're like, oh, what's smelling here?
Disgusting.
Oh, wait, it's No, I'm actually gonna take a look at production, because it does seem to be quite a long pause, so maybe we can put on some tunes, enjoy our time with a little bit of music, maybe go to the bathroom ourselves, who knows, or maybe yourselves, I should say. So enjoy the music, we'll be right back into the game once it has unpaused, and again, sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just coming in with a quick update. So apparently there was a small disconnect from Cass. So he restarted his computer, but now his computer doesn't start up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought might as well give this small little update. So it might take quite a while. So I'll just say, sit back, enjoy the tunes, and we will be back as soon as possible.
Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to wake you so discreet. Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I'll be there soon to wake you so discreet. Windows got the sun. Doors let us through. To wake you so discreet. In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, skylines and clouds are below us now, dive back down, oh, take my hand, don't let go, skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground, never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground, never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, skylines and clouds are below us now.
Alright guys, welcome back. They got in a bit of a hurry when they finally have it fixed, but luckily we are back into the game and Gevous is still setting up his headset, but he should be fine.
I'm here. Been discussing with some of the guys. I still had to put my headset on, and it went all so quick all of a sudden. But finally, we were back into this game. Yeah, there were quite some issues. Hopefully, everything is resolved. Hopefully, everything is working as well. Because it would be quite a bummer if we have to go on another pause. We've been waiting for, what is it, 25 minutes by now?
Yeah, we were running out of the timer, so I think they fixed a backup PC for Pertijs to make sure he can play this game. So luckily they made it in time, because otherwise I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the game would got cancelled or something.
So both of the teams going for the double jungling, the body systems as we like to call it, just to help out each other for this lane swaps. Yeah, a little bit of XP, so no one has to deal with a 1v2 lane. And now it will be a 4-man push in this top lane from Inspire. It doesn't look like LowLandLions is doing it themselves. It will be a 3-man push instead. Skull Crab being taken though by Kirai, but what is next for them?
So I would have liked them to see a 4-man push as well, so they have the opportunity to do a dragon straight after. But Apparently they're deciding to give Kirai a little bit extra farm. They're gonna deny a lot of minions right here. Ooh, Lenny getting a bit close there, but managing to finish off that turret. So now the wave should still be pushing in their favor.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. So they will have the lane pushing towards them most likely, and this will allow Lenny to come back to the lane and pick up some farm. However, no dragon whatsoever, so maybe a missed opportunity. Or if they would have been able to do it, but
And now Fayan has rejoined in the form position. Kadir looking for a mid lane gank right here. Only gets the barrel roll down in order to help Deathrip push. So it will be Koskyu forcing to farm under the turret. Not quite as easy, so maybe he will lose a 1 or 2 CS right there. Or he is just the Koskyu he is and can just actually get all of the farm he can. Now Lenny finding himself in this 1v2 in this bot lane. So it is going to be the dual lane still from LowLandLions in this top lane, see if they can get pressure on that turret, but that does mean that 1nspire has the upper hand on the dragon side, and Morsu forcing to flash away up top of the trap, or like away from the trap.
Oh, they get the TP behind.
And even the TP comes out from Lenny. It will be a 4-man dive. There is the snare from Kirai, does tank the turret for his teammate, and that's a very clean first blood.
Oh man, nicely done with him. But this was exactly what I was talking about in the Champions League discussion about Morgana and Jinx being a bit of a nuisance with the CC combo, because Morsu had to flash right away before the traps were going to have some effect there. So first blood going down to LowLandLions here. They get the first blood onto Morsu, and afterwards they are trading turrets, but it does look like that Fire are going to go for this first dragon.
Yes, they will be taking this dragon. First dragon of the game always helps if you already get an early dragon. Doesn't do that much in the early game because it's just a 6% increase on attack damage and ability power, but later on, once you acquired like 2 or 3 items, then it will definitely start spiking up. But moreover, you do gain more and more stacks over the course. So that will ramp up quite nicely, since 5 Dragon Slayer stacks is a pretty good secure late game.
Yeah, but we'll be a bit further on in the game if we get there.
Yeah, we'll be a bit further on, but it's just nice to have.
Not to worry. Yeah. So the thing is now, with the vision control, because the map has been opened up so much, you see that they have sneakily put a pink ward actually to the red side jungle, so they have some knowledge on where Gadin is calling out for me, but where Gragas is going to jungle here. Maybe gonna get up. Another pick onto Morsu. Here we go.
Yeah, there was a flash pull into a snare from Kirai. Kirai will actually not go down. It was so close. I think the blade was about to hit him, but just in time they did kill Morsu. However, it did go to Je suis Cass, but they don't give up a kill at all, so it's just a 1-for-0 trade straight up, and they also do start to get pressure on this red buff just because trying to just like spill some mess in the soup. Does not steal the red buff, however, but it will be slightly delayed. At least will be buying a little bit of time for his own team to actually push out the top turret and then recall back to base.
Yeah, so Kirai is picking up Morsu right now because they are bullying him away from this lane. They're not allowing him to pick up his farm even. I mean, he has 22 CS, is relatively even with Darius. However, 0-2-0 versus 1-0-1. So if they do get in that 1v1 matchup, I think that Morsu's gonna have some trouble at least.
Mid lane will just mainly be farming this one out. Also, these mid lanes are fairly even when it comes to farm. It's always funny because when lane swaps happen, the mid lane tends to be quite still in a way. Not much, too much happening. Great binding on the blue, just went right through, but did not manage to steal it. It still went to Deathrip, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it did. Suikazo trying to catch up with him. Binding does not land, so Deathrip just sticks with the wall, trying to go for a little bit of harass. It's only level 3 cast, so if any damage lands onto Kaz, it will hurt quite a lot.
Lots of shields protecting him though, so he did not take any damage at all, I think, in that little skirmish. But LowLandLions exerting their dominance, forcing a lot of pressure into the enemy jungle. So they want to take control of this game. They don't want to allow Fire here to get any sort of control, and they're putting down a lot of pressure. So Inspire needs to try and take back that control. They need to get that vision control back in their own jungle, because as you can see, there's like 4 wards inside the jungle. So it's not going to be safe for Kadir to run around and get his camps. Setting up here.
Fiverr and Carl's managed to pick up a Gromp for themselves, stall that one. So it will be Kadir not having a lot left over in his own jungle, so he might be forced to recall fairly soon, or see if he can find an alternate path in order to be efficient in his farming. Cosq also picked up his blue buff a little bit earlier, so it will be blue buff versus blue buff in this lane. But it is a chalice for Cosq already. On top of that, there is a Fiendish Codex, but Deathrip has not recalled yet, and that's the upper hand of the teleport 2, or plus point of the teleport 2. Teleport back to lane, get your items, but look at this. We do see an invade from Kadir, trying to get a little bit of vision down just to see if they can get control back.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the LowLandLions was aware of that.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to set up a gank on Cosq, and then they tried to do maybe pressure bot lane, but the thing is, they got spotted everywhere, so no way they could set up a gank. But here,
that's not where you want to go. Just flash over the wall. Will it be enough? He does heal himself up with the roar, but it will be explosive cask. And was that an auto tech or Zephyr? I'm actually not quite sure what Janet threw out there, or
I think an auto.
Threw out there. Might be an auto indeed, but explosive cask was overkill. But better safe than sorry. They do pick up that kill in the enemy jungle. And look at this huge wave they have in the bottom lane. Teleport does come out from Lenny. Will he save the day, though? That is the question. Morsu tanking up that turret, dropping quite low. However, Sliver so low is forced to use heal. Kadir is binded up under the turret. There is one. Can Lenny get more? His flash is not quite up, so he cannot follow that one up further. Did have his passive for the extra attack damage, but he does pick up a kill for himself and does save the turret.
Strange sequence of events right here. I mean, Kirai entering his jungle, well, they should know that it was invaded. I mean, they didn't see them leave. They had vision down to see them leave, I think. So they kind of knew that they were hanging around somewhere. So a bit risky out of him. And I think it was an auto attack that finished him off out of Jenna, because I still saw the Morgana shield as he died. But Morsu is looking for the pick onto Sliver, but Flash gets him out safely, luckily.
Also with the Fade does get additional movement speed whenever he hits anything. So was able to catch up onto Sliver himself. So Sliver is forced to burn a flash. And now let's see what this means for him into the next one.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. That was a little unexpected.
Yeah.
Was that a fat finger, or was that just an attempt to an expensive steal?
Yeah, Kadir was confused as well. He put a question mark into all chat, wondering like, okay, what was that all about? No real reason to use his ultimate there, but at least now they know he has it. No, don't say it.
I give him a certain look when I'm about to say mind games. And he's immediately like, oh no, don't stop me.
No mind games, please. Well, you can say one thing, he did make Kadir confused, so if this was Pokemon, it would be a great success. He would have him confused, he's gonna hurt himself, but nevertheless, Kadir isn't confused because he is gonna go for this dragon, picking up their second right here, and they're doing quite a well job, at least, of protecting the dragon for themselves.
He's ignoring the confusion now, also finding himself in a top lane with Lenny on a 1v1, but Lenny's still quite strong. Phage, Kindle Gem, Ninja Tabi, so that Ninja Tabi will definitely reduce some of that damage income right onto him, but look at this sneaky. Or will they look for the Vayne? Will they look for the Vayne? No, they will not. They decide to go back. It's a 3v4 after all. Oh, Kadir whiffs the flash and does not get over the wall. Morsu does go down too. So that's two free kill pickups, and the Jinx ultimate did not land onto Gillis. So that is 2-for-1 trade in favor of LowLandLions. Great poke from Deathrip still, but Man, that was not
Weird
quite
stuff.
planned from Inspire.
Yeah, the flash over fading. We did not see that at all. So
Yeah,
no
as long,
worries, Kadir. We got your back. But
did anyone see that? Because maybe Coscu like typed back in the question mark.
oh no,
This is
Death Rep.
also a big question mark from Deathrip.
Oh!
Does not go down though. The red buff is ticking, but the shield will be enough to save him. And there is Kadir joining in onto Cast, takes that kill, but it will be Morsu taking the credit for it.
Wow, Jana laughing in all chat. Pretty scuffed there with the sneaky escape. Shield just enough to save his life. So again, they get another kill, so that brings him back a little bit. But oh, Kadir getting hooked in there.
Nice
Quite a chunk of damage.
Yeah, Koski already having quite some damage. Only sitting on the Athene's and Holy Grail, and already having so much damage on that kit of Orianna. So just imagine later on when they can pair that up with the Rengar engage. This is completely incinerating someone, I would suppose.
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's alright. Yeah, I mean, a lot of aggression from both sides here. I mean, TP is used to try and get a pick. Aggressive stuff going down in the enemy jungle. Just overall weird shenanigans. Trying to get a lead, but right now it's LowLandLions getting the biggest lead here. Shockwave.
Shockwave and the straight up catch onto Norb. Maybe the laughing was, well, actually I should say the one that laughs last laughs the best. laughs the best. Wow, that was quite a struggle. Anyway, it's a Dutch saying, not quite sure if that works for English, but however, it is a kill pickup for Koski, 2-0 and 161 farm in most in the game so far. He is a pretty strong Orianna right now.
I'm 100% sure that expression works in English. He who laughs last laughs best. But it's difficult to say. It's bit of a
difficult, actually.
It's a tongue twister for sure. But they get another turret off of it though. So 3 turrets right now for LowLandLions, bringing their gold lead up to almost 5,000 gold. So getting well ahead here of Inspire. So I'm wondering if they can crawl back from it. I mean, they are getting the dragons, but it's only 2 so far, and this gold lead is getting a bit out of hand. So they need to get some more vision control and get some picks of their own, because right now they have been losing the skirmishes.
Just find him a kitty cat and also a crazy girl in the jungle. Normally means trouble, so he doesn't really want to have to do anything with that, so he just backs off after that zap. Morsa though tried to go in. It's just recast dropping so low. Death Rip, not quite enough damage, and Lenny all the way in the backline almost got Norb, but there's a super mega death rocket taking that kill onto Death Rip. Jinx is getting excited, and there's more and more skills will be being picked up, and Rengar doing his jungle thing. He's where he is best at, jumping all over the place, and that is a 4-kill pickup for LowLandLions.
Did you see the Darius flash? I hope not.
I might have missed it.
Yeah. Oh no, Cast going for the executor, but they get the turret. So no harm done. No harm done. But,
no hard feelings. No hard feelings.
Jenna was super low, and Lenny went in for the flash ultimate, but he had no hammer sacks on her whatsoever, so he didn't have enough damage. And it was like 200 HP on Jenna, so it wasn't all that much, but it looked a bit weird having to flash for it as well.
Did he get knocked back as soon as he flashed in, or is that what you're saying?
No, he hit the flash ultimate, and Jenna used her ultimate, I think, after that. But, I mean, the ultimate wasn't even enough. He didn't kill her at all. So, it was a bit awkward using the flash for
tough
it.
Woman, the Jenna.
Huh.
Very tough woman.
Right,
another shockwave. Koskio does like to shockwave people under the turret, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has quite a lowered cooldown already, of course, with Athene's allowing him to get those ultimates in faster, but he was trying to defend the turret, but chance right now.
Yeah, indeed. Inspire taking a turret for themselves. That's their 3rd turret of the game. Still one behind on a LowLandLions, but Dragon will be respawning in 25 seconds. It looks like Inspire taking the full vision control in this bot side river. They're also warding over the wall just to gain full knowledge of what is happening in the enemy jungle. Take a little bit of crap meat themselves, and he will also give a nice buff for extra movement speed. I mean, when you eat good proteins, then it's then you get the extra energy. But also trying to look for that pick.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if that will work out on the hunt. No, throw of the hunt being popped. Nope, though, called out, and he is one squishy support. Death Rip is next on the menu. Does not get binded up, though. Kadir dropping a little bit low. Morsu is going in for Lenny, but cannot find enough damage in order to bring him down. So it's just a 1 kill pickup for LowLandLions. But does this mean that they will also get the dragon? They do not have the full vision control, dropping really quickly though, so there it goes. They do take the dragon 1-1 in dragons, and everyone is getting out of the fight.
Okay, so another pick. I mean, Morsu was trying to get something there, but I mean, Gerard was still full HP, so he doesn't have enough damage to do anything right there. But I do think that Inspire had time to start the dragon earlier, and maybe get the dragon before Kosku got back, because Kosku was low HP, he was lower mana, he had to base, no ultimate available at the time. So perhaps they could have gotten the dragon and maybe a fight afterwards. That, I mean, Kira once again getting a pick, man. Oh,
so
work on that, Rango.
Back to what we've been talking about. So, sorry, my voice is broke there for a second. No one heard that. Anyway, what we've been talking about during Champion Select is the Lenny Morsu matchup, and of course, like, how are they going to deal with the split push of Morsu? But if we look at Lenny, he's 3-0-6, and he is already almost done with his second core item.
Yeah.
Looks like he's working on the Renderwind's Omen, sitting on the Giant's Belt and a cloth armor, where Morsu still has to finish his first core item, which is the Trinity Force.
Yeah.
So this strong of a Darius with such a lead, it's pretty hard to split push against, and then still they also have the double teleport. So what can Morsu do for his team in order to make that split push still effective?
Keep on trying and not die too much, really. Because, I mean, they picked on him so much in the early game. He didn't get rolling at all. So every time he tries to do something, he just doesn't have the damage. When he split pushes and finds somebody that challenges him, I don't think he can really 1v1 many of the Lions team right now. He's just not having a good game right now.
No, he did get Doven in that top lane turret on the lane swap. Lenny, however, is alone in the enemy jungle. But Morsu is indeed struggling, trying to find any type of farm. Does find sometimes something in the side lanes, but it's not near enough. There's the engage from Kirai. Does find himself a Vayne. Jilla's in a lot of trouble. Exhaust does come out, but the 3-man shockwave dealing so much damage. But look at that Azir ultimate. It's truly beautiful, knocking everyone back, and it's actually Inspire taking 3 kills from LowLandLions. Great traps from Sliver in order to try and get away, and it looks like he does get away, but great turnaround from Inspire.
Yeah, I mean, both mid laners doing an excellent job, but in this case, Deathrip has the better.
Kadir. He didn't see that one coming.
Alright, we didn't see that either, but Kadir face checking there with a little bit health as he would have wanted, maybe. Anyway, yeah, but Deathrip just doing the better job this time, splitting up the team of LowLandLions and not allowing them to provide the necessary backup there, and getting a better trade this time. So they are still 7k behind, and Morsu is going to get picked on once again. Both Lenny and Kaz are here.
Good day, Lenny, but there is Kosku. Why did you shield Lenny right there? I don't know. He's still got the shockwave, and will the decimate from Lenny taking that kill. So he's 5-1-6. He's a really fat Darius, and look at that. Kirai back into the rift, and Sliver getting the kill secure right there.
Let's just call it a kill secure, but we all know it was a kill steal, and this puts them in a position to go for the Baron. They do have a ward in the back of the pit, but LowLandLions does not care. They don't want to spend the time on trying to kill it, and maybe they can go for this kill here.
He does get the steal. Gragas is actually surprisingly good in getting Baron steals, but nonetheless it will be a double kill for Sliver again. He is starting to ramp up though. 7, 0, and 4. 2 core items sitting on 1.2k gold. But this is still pretty big for Inspire, denying that Baron from LowLandLions. So at least they will buy themselves a little bit of time. See if they can still push these lanes out, trying to ramp up. Because they've got the Baron buff themselves this time.
Yeah, plus they are already sitting on 2 dragons. Next one's coming up in 1.5 minutes, so this might give them enough power to get the 3rd one. But the only thing that was a bit weird is that Deathrip decided to go into the Baron pit as well. So instead of just trying to sacrifice 1 to do the attempt of the steal, why send in 2? A bit right there. I don't know. I'm not even sure if he did enough damage or even any damage at all to secure that steal.
I think
I kind of missed it.
Hit a couple soldiers
Yeah.
onto the Baron, but I'm not quite sure if it was required either. But maybe it was like a fat finger to actually go over the wall himself too. Because like he can just like hit it from behind the wall, so maybe, or maybe they thought they could like actually get a kill pickup still from that Baron, but it did happen. They both did die to Sliver, and he will add 2 more kills to his arsenal because he got a Vamp Scepter now on top of the Alacrity boots even. So he is ramping up on that amount of movement speed. Will be very, very mobile with it. Scrying up for actually spotting everyone out of LowLandLions except 1. But they also see Cosq in the mid lane, so they do literally see everyone. Dragon respawning in 7 seconds. Kirai though does pop the ultimate. Can he find a catch? He is looking for the Vayne. And that Howling Gill though, blind from Norb, completely negating that whole engage. What a play from Norb.
Nicely done by him, man. The blind whirlwind. But of course, he might have had a little bit of guess. Okay, we're getting exclamation marks. Might try a whirlwind here, but oh man, that one was spot on. So it does secure them a dragon right here, but at least they denied the engage, so no extra kills going to LowLandLions so far, but they are still looking for something here. However, it puts them out of position, and oh man, Inspire, they have the Baron buff, they want to pressure here on the middle turret.
Yeah, they could try and rush this turret down. They do have quite some damage. They also have an Azir that can literally chunk damage down for so much damage. Just though, getting caught out. There's a great shockwave in return though. Can they get the follow-up? Yes, they can. Sliver is legendary. Super Mega Death Rocket taking that one out. Death Rip, more like go back to your death to the base.
Oh man. Death Rip, he tried to push him away when he noticed like, oh, this is a bad decision. We can't do this. And unfortunately not being able to do so in time, sacrificing himself for the rest of his team at least, because they got out safe there.
Yeah, now it is again, I almost wanted to say Enigma because I see the Enigma tag on Sliver, but it is LowLandLions actually taking the push, but Morsu in a 1v2 situation, I'm not quite sure if he can make it out, or maybe he can just recast. Still kind of wants to look for something. He does have this, no, actually doesn't have the soul shackles. Meanwhile in top lane we do see Gilles running for his life, but he will die in the end. Zap onto Nob, decimate, and one more auto attack. Sliver still legendary this game, did not die a single time, and now Morsu does also die in this bottom lane. 21 to 7 kills, a 10k gold lead for LowLandLions.
Yeah, they are getting out of control. I mean, good job by Gilles to at least get a kill onto Kirai, but nevertheless, a 2-for-1 trade in the top lane and a 1-for-0 trade in the bottom lane for the LowLandLions. So, one overall, doing an excellent job once again. The ability to create these situations where they get out on top is just amazing.
Yeah, and another push will be coming out in this bottom lane, but just because and Costco decide like, well, should maybe back out. People are respawning, coming back from base. Oh, but there is a teleport from Morsu, a direct counter teleport from Lenny to deal with this. Soul Shackles come out, great spell shield in order to block this stun. And Morsu, look at how squishy he is, but Cosq is in a lot of trouble as well, so does die himself. Sliver takes another one. Can they get Death Rip? No, they cannot. They first go for Kadir, but Gilles in the front line himself this time, slowed up, does go down again. Kirai, he's looking for more. Flash from Sliver is getting excited, chasing everyone down. Zeb does land and double kill for him. That's a full ace for LowLandLions.
Inspire going for the cheeky play there, Morsu TPing into the backline, but they knew it. They saw him coming. They tried to set up the counter. They killed Morsu before they killed off Kosku. Kosku died, but in the end they had enough CC and enough chase potential to kill the rest of the team, and now they are going to push down and hammer down onto this inhibitor turret. They will get the inhibitor. There is a big main wave in the mid lane, but luckily Kosku is in position. He will take up that farm happily and buy himself some fancy new items, I presume. And now Baron is going to come up in 1 more minute. So this down inhibitor going to give them an excellent position to get that next Baron here. Hopefully they won't give it away to Kadir, because he did it once already.
Yeah, otherwise Gerard might have to pay for a round of beers tonight in the bar, and you normally don't really want to do that. You do want to enjoy your beer, but like I think that's a fair bet, right? Like if you with too many smites, then you should pay around for the bar. Like
sure.
I could definitely agree on that. So indeed, Baron respawning in 40 seconds, and of course everyone was having so much gold in the bank from the last team fight. Everyone hitting quite some items, Rabadons, Athenes, Void stuff for Kosku already. Like, he is sitting on a lot of mana and a lot of spell penetration too. Infinity Edge, BT, Static Shift, that's a lot of power onto a Jinx as well. It's just all across the board for LowLandLions. They are just really strong, and now this time they are trying to pull off the old Fnatic. Lenny teleporting in together with the Home God. Everyone getting speeded up. Kirai looking for the pick. I do see a juicy Vayne, but it is Deathrip all alone. Disengage does come out though. Kadir there in the front line, but will it be enough? Probably not. Where Kosku just getting a clean up everyone. Its shockwaves deal so much damage, and then Sliver can just run in, auto attack everyone, and takes a triple kill.
Rockets, man, doing all that damage.
And that's the
AoE,
surrender.
and yeah, kind of expected. They had a 15,000 gold lead right there after that fight, and well, they were in a great position to finish the game anyway. So well done here by LowLandLions. They pretty much pulled most of those skirmishes in their favor. So, impressive show of them. So that puts us at 1-0 for this best of 3.
As they do, with Sliver 15. I actually tried to combine Dutch and English there. Wow, 15-0 and 9 on this Jinx is such a force to be reckoned with. But indeed, this was just game 1. Question is Inspire able to turn the tables and see if they can make it a 2-1 instead, getting the full series off, or is it just going to be a flat out 2-0 for LowLandLions Ice? Only one way to find out is to see you after the break.